Good morning from Dubai. Question is, when did you last surprise yourself? When did you last do something that you've never done before? Are you in a comfort zone? A question I often ask myself, often ask people that I'm working with. Today I'm going to try and help you work out that question and answer that question and give you some hints and tips on what you could do next. Andy Kelly, Sundial Consulting, working here in Dubai with my good friend Fadi and his Middle East NetApp sales team. A winning team, but they're looking about what they need to do differently to take it to the next level. How can they all stretch themselves, do something different to get a different result? Comfort zone. How do you know you're in a comfort zone? And is it a bad thing to do? Not always, actually. A comfort zone can be the right thing at certain times in your career, at certain times in your life. You know, if you've got something going on at home, something that's stressing you out, you're going through a divorce, you've had some loss, you're moving house, moving country, you know, those things that stress us out, those big moments in our life, it's actually wise to just turn the handle at work, just do what you do well and place your strengths. Also, if something significant has changed at work, you know, you've got a new boss, new team, you're working for a new company, we initially go into a period of kind of fight or flight, right, imposter syndrome. And actually it serves you well for a period of time just to recharge your batteries by playing to your strengths, doing what you do well, getting some quick wins, building your confidence, get some swagger and settle into that new situation. However, if you leave it too long, it can become a comfort zone, it can become a rut. You kind of start to deny that change is necessary. You kind of wrap yourself in a duvet of denial slowly. And before you know it, you're in a comfort zone. And you know, you might be performing well, but you've kind of created a self-imposed learning block, right? You've stopped being open to change. You're not stretching yourself. You're not learning. You're not building new muscle, building new behaviors. And often you can start to become a block for change for others. You start to resist change because you enjoy the comfort and you might not want to take risk. You might not want to fail. You might not want to burst this bubble that you've kind of built for yourself. And you can't really be pushed out of comfort, right? People can't make you move out of comfort. They can try, they can encourage. They can give feedback, they can give performance management, they can inspire you, but ultimately you decide whether you want to come out of a comfort zone. Often it's a shock that does it, right? You do your performance review, you're doing well, you get a 1, you're doing everything the company needs from you, and then things have changed and you kind of haven't noticed. And it's the next year and you go back into your performance review and you get a 4. And you're like, what the hell happened? How did I go from hero to zero overnight? You know, have you ever experienced that? That's a challenge. If you want to get out of comfort, if you want to grow, if you want to make your next play, if you want to start to stand out, if you want to start to embrace the changes that have happened in your company, you have to get curious, right? You have to start to get hungry for feedback. Start to build that self-awareness about the limits of your potential. Start to ask people for feedback about how they see you, where they see you going, where they think your strengths lie, where they think your weaknesses are, where they feel that you could really challenge yourself and make something of your brand. What opportunities lie ahead of you? It's a fascinating time. It can be frustrating as we start to wonder about the blocks that we've put in place, some of those insecurities that have stopped us changing in the past. But it's exciting. It's an awakening. People often talk to me about an epiphany when they suddenly realise that they're in a comfort zone and they've got more to do. Their journey isn't finished, you know. It's exciting. So just ask yourself that question. When did I last surprise myself? My mentor, Tony, always used to ask me that question. I rarely had a good answer. But I'm going to surprise myself now. It's 6 o'clock in the morning here in Dubai. It's bloody hot. It's about 40 degrees. What's that? 115 in Fahrenheit. And I've decided I'm going to go for a dip. I'm going to go for a quick splash. So look, you enjoy your day, enjoy your weekend. Bye for now from Andy in Dubai. Have a good one.